Looking at the water here in the lagoon, it looks pretty brown, Andy.
Yeah, so that brown colour is actually a product of the wetlands surrounding the lagoon. So wetlands, all the organics and the vegetation in the wetland, as it breaks down, it releases tannins, which is like the brown colour in tea, and that's what actually gives the water the brown colour.
And you might have seen that in other wetlands, so it's quite natural. Talking of water quality, how do you know whether the water is of a good quality?
So there's all sorts of different aspects to water quality. The two main components in relation to nutrients and sediment. So I'll talk about nutrients first, and nutrients are a good thing up to a point, so they help plants grow, but when there's too many nutrients it encourages algae to grow, which is what I've got in my hand here, this slimy sort of stuff, and that can smother the plants, the good guys in the lagoon. So nutrients are a good thing, but too many nutrients are a bad thing. And the other main thing is sediment, which we've got some of in this tray here. And again, so sediment are just tiny particles of dirt or sort of very fine vegetation. And sediment, again, is natural, but too much sediment starts to smother things. So you can see this black stuff. You can imagine if you're a plant growing and this was all floating in the water column and started to land on top of you, it'd be pretty hard to grow. So that's sediment. And the way we monitor it is with a plate. So you pop a plate down, and as the sediment accumulates, we just measure the height of that sediment as it goes up and up. And we can also look at the levels of sediment in water by taking water samples, sending them to a laboratory, and they come back and tell us how much sediment was in the water.
It might be something that you could look at a waterway close to you, monitor it and see if there is lots of sediment, and you might even be able to find out whether there's too much nutrient in it as well.